Hi, Sam. How are you?
Hi there, how are you?
I'm
Happy Valentine's Day.
You too. Love the flowers. So nice.
Thank you very much. Yes,
That's
I actually
beautiful.
received these from an admirer.
Wow. Okay. Can't
Yeah,
imagine.
it's my mum, I think.
Nice. Moms always give the best flowers, I feel like. Okay,
Okay,
let me get Priyanka. Give me one
please.
second, okay?
Okay.
Let's see if that accept button works. This is my first Insta Live, so we'll see.
They are confusing. Yes, they did very well.
Oh, nailed it.
Oh,
Hi,
Hi!
what's
Priyanka.
up?
How are you
Hi,
doing?
guys!
Oh, you both
How
look
are
great.
you?
Good.
Happy
Oh,
Valentine's
thank you so much.
Day.
Happy Valentine's Day,
Happy Valentine's
Sam. Happy
Day.
Oh,
Valentine's Day to you too.
Oh, thanks. Thank you guys both for joining me today. I know it's a big day, holiday-wise and everything else. I'm so excited to celebrate your movie. The trailer looks so fun. All you guys look like you're having a good time with Celine and everything too. So thanks for chatting.
of
Of course,
course.
so excited to be chatting. Sam, what did you think? Are your friends and family liking the trailer? Are you getting good
Great. I'm
response?
honestly so excited. I know we've been waiting for such a long time for this finally to come out.
Our COVID baby.
Little COVID baby has grown into a child and is going out into the world. But congratulations. And I think, obviously Valentine's Day is the perfect day to release, the trailer for this movie. So it's so good to see you. You look, of course, as always, radiant.
Thank you. You look super radiant too.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, you've just got lost in our love
No,
fest
that's
over here.
I mean, if there's not a better day to do it, in my opinion. So it's
Right.
good.
Well, we have
Spreading the love.
lots of love for people and you too.
Oh, thank you. So do I. I'm very honored to work for this publication and to talk to you. I get to do cool things like this. So tell me about the movie. Obviously we know what the synopsis is, we know the trailer, but kind of in your own words, what's it all about? What kind of sets it apart in the romantic comedy sphere?
Sam, you want
I'll let,
to go?
yeah,
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I mean, look, it's when I guess I was first approached, I received this beautiful script from Jim Strauss, who, we have to say thank you to him. He wrote and directed, and he's just such a lovely, big-hearted guy. And then I obviously found out that Priyanka was involved, and I'm such a big fan of hers. I'm gonna love bomb here. She is utterly, utterly brilliant in this movie. She's the heart of the movie. And then, of course, the goddess of Valentine's herself, Celine Dion. I mean, who wouldn't want to work on a movie like that? But it really does have a heart, this. It is a rom-com, but I mean, it starts off, without giving away too much, with Pri's character, who finds out that her fiance has died. I mean, it's not the happiest start to a rom-com, but hopefully by the end it is a nice ending.
it's
What
so
about you?
cute though, for real. Like when I knew there was a German version of the movie, and I really debated with myself if I wanted to watch it or not. But I wanted to, because I wanted to know what the origin of these characters are, and then to be able to interpret it into whatever we wanted them to be. And it's such a sweet movie. It moved me so much when I saw it, and then I read the interpretation of it in English, and I think Jim did a great job. And we were a really fun, tight little team, with Sophia, with
Russell.
Russell Tovey, with Lydia. We were, our little group of our own. And just the experience of the movie was end of 2020. It was really dreary as at a time. And this movie gave me so much hope, playing Mira. You know, the movie is about loving again and finding love again, and the fact that it's okay to find love again and to forgive ourselves, when you've lost someone that you love in whatever capacity. I mean, this one in the movie, it's to death, but if loss is loss. And to allow yourself to open your heart again, and then to have Celine, who, like Sam said, is the goddess of love itself, walk our characters through it, was just so lovely. I think Sam and I had so much fun doing our scenes too, because we both love to chat, and the scenes were just 18 minutes long.
They
Yeah.
they were. We laughed a lot. They especially around the basketball, but you'll find that out in the movie. But it really, as Pri said, I think we got on so well, and the moment I met her, I just really was welcomed into, also not only into our little set life, but also actually Priyanka welcomed us into her world. and I got talking of love. I mean, the ultimate love story is Priyanka and her wonderful husband Nick, and we got to hang out with him as well. And he makes a little cameo, doesn't he?
Yeah, he makes it. I mean, he was supposed to be a secret, but then when I saw the trailer and Sony was like, "Yeah, we should have Nick in the trailer." It's so funny in the trailer when
a very
he comes on.
memorable moment, and I did not realize he was in it. And then I'm like, oh, he's in it. So that's, yeah. If you guys haven't watched that, go now.
It was so funny because I was moving to London for almost a year, and I was filming Love Again and then Citadel, which is coming out end of April this year, both together in London. So my sweet husband decided that he will fly to London and hang out at home and make sure I was totally settled. And it was COVID time. He was in our bubble. And so then, you know, the producers were like, well, will Nick do a cameo?
So wait, you forced your husband to move a different continent to live in London during the winter, and then forced him to be in a movie as well. I
mean,
it's called perks of being a wife.
Yeah,
wife perks.
Yeah.
That is a perk, and I'm like, even just from the trailer, I'm like laughing my head off. It was such
oh my god, the crew was laughing their head off that day. It was so hard for me to be like straight faced because it's so absurd. So when you watch it in the movie, you'll see that it was so funny to be like not attracted to him.
What was it like on set with him in terms of being a scene partner? Like, what was that dynamic like? I mean,
we create.
Spill the beans. Tell us.
Yeah, come on. We want to know.
He's terrible to work with, honestly.
Yeah.
One of these musicians, I tell you. No, we work a lot together at home. Like, I mean, we don't play act, but we work on. We're producing a bunch of shows together. So creatively, we've always been like good at back and forth. But he was so funny in this part, and he really like came in hot. He brought it. He was very serious about his character, and that was hilarious to me. But it was just a lot of fun. Everyone was cracking up on set, and Nick was a team player, and you know he used to always host Sam and all the rest of the cast, and we, you know, that was his thing, his contribution to our COVID life.
Yeah.
Talk about competition on set. I mean, you bring in a co-star for me, and it's Nick Jonas. What am I supposed to do?
You don't have to do anything. Oh my god!
I will totally second. I'll totally second what you said, though, Pri. I mean, he's brilliant in it, and I think he knocks out the park. And I think it's a great moment, and I think, you know, people are gonna love it. It's very, very funny.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. He's so funny in Jumanji that I just like saw him in the trailer and got so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be such a fun part to see them like play together. But I need to know more about, because Sam, you told me that, you know, there were pretty strict like COVID protocols when you guys were filming, and that you used to kind of like, you know, have little sessions on your own just to kind of bond, to like build your chemistry. Sorry. Build your chemistry, like now that it's all done, obviously safely, took all the necessary precautions, offset. But what were some of these sessions like at Priyanka's like with Nick and everything? What did you guys do? What was like your go-to bonding?
Yeah, what did we do? No, I mean,
we drank Sam's whiskey and Nick's tequila.
We drank a lot, but I mean, I think you know, obviously, you know, there was like COVID protocols on set. You know, we were out of lockdowns and stuff, but it was still, you know, they were insurance. I think we're trying to be careful, and I guess if one person caught it, we could all. But outside of work, you know, we were very careful. But Pri did host some parties at her house, outdoors, dare I say,
just the cast that was in the bubble.
Yeah.
In the bubble. And it was really important. It was really important for everyone to get along. You know, we have a great cast, as Pri said, you know, Russell and Lydia and everyone else on the show. So it was really good for us to bond and work as these sort of units. And it's so important. It really is, to create a relationship. So you bounce off each other. And, you know, I just think we all got on really well, right? We were all laughing a lot. And, of course, drinking, you know, within safety limits.
Only because it was winter and it was cold.
Yeah.
And we had to keep ourselves warm.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
Not because we liked it.
It's just, that's, you know, the practical thing to do.
Right.
Just practical.
Yeah.
I think when I first got into the movie and I heard that Sam's going to be playing Rob, I was a little like, I hadn't seen Outlander, and then I saw it and I was like, oh boy,
Yeah,
Oh boy.
there's an audience. There's an audience coming with you guys
Oh boy.
already.
Ginger. Is there
Sam,
something against gingers? Is that what it is?
not at all. Not at all, actually.
Oh.
Love, love gingers. My husband is a little strawberry too. But I think that, you know, you brought such a fun dynamic to Rob's character. Like from the first day that we started reading, you brought so much life. You're so funny, which I didn't expect at all. But Sam's like IRL funny, like just walking, talking funny, and it's super entertaining and great to riff off of when we're doing improv and stuff like that. So I think just being on, even with Sophia Barclay, she plays my sister. It was so much fun because she's a, you know, great to improv with and have fun. And Jim just loved us being able to bring our characters to life. And you know, in a dreary time when the world was very uncertain, when we weren't allowed to meet anybody, we had each other, and to be able to have those few laughs with each other, just that's the tone of the movie. It gives you, you know, joy while you're sad. It makes you, it's open-hearted, it's warm, and that's how, you know, we felt with each other during this very difficult time.
100%. Yeah.
That's so nice. I'm glad that you guys had that camaraderie and like that unique experience. I mean, obviously not of COVID itself, but just having like the unique experience of getting to be close in that way. That's a unique.
Totally.
Well, I think after, yeah, I was
No,
just going to say, you know, after COVID, I think we need this kind of movie, you know, and I think we didn't have those kind of, I don't know, these sort of rom-coms. They've sort of fallen out of fashion a bit. And there's
theatrical
a lot of
rom-coms too. Like, when is the last time, like, you know, we celebrated a romantic comedy in the theater? Very rarely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's definitely like a Nora Ephron vibe to it as well, I think. And actually, I didn't realize Celine obviously did music for Sleepless. But there's definitely this sort of, it's in the stars, there's this moonstruck kind of, I don't know, there's something about it. And I think James, you know, Jim, who wrote it, he really captured that. And yeah, as we said, we laughed a lot, and there's a real heart to it. So we really enjoy it.
I can't wait to see that. And I think the first time I ever really became acquainted with Celine's music, I think I was like preteen, and it was when Up Close and Personal came out. And because you loved me, I used to watch VH1's Top 10 Countdown after school every day, and that music video came on.
Who didn't?
Right, and I was like, who is this? And that was even later than really when she started kind of blowing up in the US. But yeah, so obviously she had that, and then Titanic. I was 12 when that movie came out, so you can imagine how many times I saw that in theaters. But yeah, now she's making her film debut, which is like, I think I was telling both of you guys when I was chatting with you, I can't believe that she hasn't before, considering how many iconic like romantic soundtracks she's been on. So I'm just curious, like, when you met her, like for the movie, I don't know if either of you have before, but were you like starstruck meeting her?
She's just so, like, exactly what you're saying. I was like, wait a minute, how has Celine Dion never been in a movie before? Because she's so funny, and she's so charismatic. And I mean, we know that she's an icon when it comes to the music thing, but she's a really good actor, and she's very funny in the movie. But I think we shot a lot apart because our scenes were like that, and also it was COVID times. And but I think she's just such a wonderful part of the movie, and we've not had original Celine music for such a long time,
so long,
as fans, that I'm just so excited to share with the world. And I really feel privileged that, you know, Sam, me, Sophia, Russell, Lydia, we all get to be a part of Celine's acting debut, and that'll go down in history, and I love that. But just, she has contributed original music to this movie, and, you know, really her heart, and it was so amazing to witness that.
Yeah. And I think people have been waiting so long, right? I mean, obviously her live shows have been delayed, and I think if, you know, anyone that's desperate to see Celine, they're going to see a side of her they haven't seen before. And they hear original music, and it really is a celebration of her music, this movie. A lot of the lyrics kind of in the movie as well. So it really is a sort of a dedication to her.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that it's all coming back to me now over the trailer. I remember when that music video came out, it was also during my VH1 Top 10 Countdown days. And that movie, or that music video and song, are just kind of about loss and finding love afterward too. And I think, you know, some self-love too. And I love that those themes, at least for me, are kind of interwoven, just knowing the music video and the song so well. But I'm excited to hear like the new music that she's bringing to it. Do you guys still stay in touch? Like after, you know, obviously filming probably wrapped a while ago, but do you still stay in touch with Celine?
Well, not as much because she's Sam does. Sam sleeps in
I've
that t-shirt
obviously
every day.
never been in touch.
No, no. I love that, and I need to know where to get that. I need to get
I'll
that.
get you one.
Can you get me one too? I think we should all
Oh
do
my
it.
I
God.
think we should have matching. Yeah.
I thought my cat heart eyes dress was
Sam
going to
for
be
the
the star of
merch.
the wardrobe show, but I was wrong. Sam's shirt. Oh my God.
She from what we hear has you know been under the weather a little bit, and you know we don't want to bother her with that, but we randomly do send our love, and you know we are great admirers of her and always wish her health and happiness, and so that's been our you know sort of relationship after the movie. But I think it's a tumultuous time for her, but we're really grateful to have her support even during this time for her. But we all, the five of us, always try and stay in touch, and
We do.
whenever Sam's in this part of the world or when I'm in that part of the world, we always try to hang out and meet. I think we made friends through this movie that are beyond the movie, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, 100%. Yeah. I think Pri just said it. You know, I think we obviously want the best for Celine, and we're wishing her well. And I think this is, as we said, the best celebration of her and her work. And I know that she's watching and does send messages to us.
Yeah.
And we will continue the party amongst us.
And she
Every
loves her fans.
time she
Oh,
You
does.
know,
Yeah.
she really loves her fans, and you know, we're so grateful to have their support to through her and via her. She's been so wonderful through this whole journey.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so great. That makes it me even like more excited to see the three of you working together in the
Yeah.
movie. So what are
We're
your
excited too.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said we're excited too. You know, we're really, honestly, it's been a while since the movie was made, and you know, we've been waiting to get it out there. So I'm just, it feels finally we can talk about it, and hopefully, you know, share some images as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had bangs then, and I just realized, look
I know
how
your
long
hair
my
looks
hair is
great.
now.
I love the color. It's
Thanks.
awesome.
Yeah.
But
I
that's how long it's been since shopping.
At least you can probably pull them back now. When I try to like, grow mine, it takes forever. But
My bangs definitely grew out.
You were bald when you started the movie, and now they're, yeah.
Well, COVID kind of stretched everything, right? It feels like
Yeah.
that 1 year either didn't exist, but I think for us in the movie business, because there were so many people that were watching movies and TV, we went back to work pretty much in 2020. Like I remember I started filming The Matrix right before Love Again in like October of 2020, which was right in the middle of it. And we all, I think, as industry folk, really worked through COVID, and it was really scary. I mean, and for us, like the actors are the only ones that actually have to take off their masks.
right.
So I remember going to set and being like, am I sure this is safe?
Yeah.
Like I have to take off my mask in front of someone else. I go home, you know, to my family, and it was a tough time. But our producers, like I have to say, between, you know, for all the jobs that I did, were very strict and prioritized safety first, testing, making sure that the environment where we worked in was, you know, as safe as possible. So it was possible for the movie industry to create as much entertainment as was being consumed, you know, because everyone was sitting at home and watching stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, we'll see in a few months if everything
Right.
play out on screen.
May,
I'm sure
May
it's
12th, is it? May 12th.
May
12th. It's the
12th.
Friday before Mother's Day, but you know, before then we've got Valentine's Day. So, what are your plans for Valentine's Day?
What are your plans, Pri?
Sam, what are your plans? Mine are kind of obvious. I'm an old married woman.
Obvious?
You?
I hope not. I know that love isn't dead in your relationship. I know that you are both equally as romantic. I'm sure you're just a competition to outdo each other. But
You know, I was actually thinking about this, and I would love for people to comment on this, or I would love for you guys to tell me. So
what should you do?
I've always believed in equality in relationships, but like so many of my friends on Valentine's Day are like, wait, it's you know, the girl's day. Like she has to get whatever, like gifts or flowers, and or does it have to be, you know, for both people? What do you guys think? I'm opening this poll up.
Well, Sam's mom sent him flowers right there. So
Well,
there's, you know, to your
Or is it
yeah,
just
and
for loved ones, for everyone?
for,
Is
I
it,
don't
for
you know?
everyone.
know. I think
I
it
think
just
people
depends.
should comment with ideas of what you should do for Nick and what he should do for you. I think that's good. But people are asking if I cut my fingers, which I haven't. It is makeup, or it's either that or it's
Looks
blood from the
gnarly.
roses. Maybe I did. They were painful. But,
What are your plans, Sam? Tell us. Tell the
my
world. I
plans,
want to know.
honestly, speaking to you has made my Valentine's evening. I will probably curl up with a good rom-com, maybe a Nora Ephron movie, something with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Beautiful bottle of wine.
With a bottle of wine and
with
the
some
deal
great
for one.
food.
Yeah, and then just wait till May the 12th and then leave my bed. So until May the
For
12th,
3
I'll be in
months.
bed. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great. What about you, Pri?
That's a good plan, Sam.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to, I don't know, as the day unfolds, we're in LA and still have the day to go, but I'm sure we'll do something, go for dinner, find some time with each other. It's been kind of hard. We do have, you know, a 1-year-old in the house, so between work and her, it's hard sometimes to get time away from just for each other, but
Yeah.
I think we're attempting it today, so wish us luck.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you. I have a daughter. She's just turned 18 months. Actually, her name is Nora. She's on my necklace here. As
Oh,
and like
wow, there you go.
Yeah, so you know that age where they're so curious and they really like need everything and they need to keep moving and they need to be fed with knowledge and they're so curious and so yeah, we're gonna attempt it. My mom's gone back to India, so and my in-laws are not in town either, so let's see. Wish us luck.
I would offer to babysit, but it's probably not like that here.
Maybe a little.
I would love for you to baby. You'd be a great babysitter. What are you talking about?
I don't.
You're so fun.
I don't think so. I can barely open roses without cutting myself. But I tell you
As
what,
long
I can't
as you don't
wait
have to
meet
feed
her.
them, I'm fine. You
Oh,
Yeah,
can play with them.
yeah.
figuring out meals every day for a toddler multiple times a day is a chore.
I know.
I tell you, it's a lot. Like, can't you eat this thing that you really can't? No. Okay. Yeah.
I know.
I'm not sure
But,
you guys are selling it to me, but
No, it's the best. It's the best, Sam.
It's the best.
It is
It's the best.
the best as you like clean up after them for 7 in an hour.
Every second, you're just picking up stuff.
Are you excited for the movie to come out over Mother's Day? Because obviously, you know, it has like a whole different meaning now for you, Pri, having become a mom last year. Like, what's that like for you to be able to celebrate that and on the same weekend?
I mean, it's really weird. It like to me, Mother's Day has always been a celebration of, you know, the many mother figures I've had in my life. My mom, my mother-in-law, my aunts, my grandmother. And I feel like Mother's Day is a reiteration of what I feel for them every day. But it was really hard when last year, you know, it was hard for me to see myself like that. But today, this year, because last year was just really hard and we were going through a lot with the baby. But this year, you know, to be able to have this movie coming out, which has been really a labor of love for all of us, and have a place where Malti is healthy, happy, and thriving is going to be very special.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are the best mom already, and we knew you were going to be a great mom. But that's just so beautiful. I can't wait to see her grow and to.
She's the best, Sam. You'll have so much fun with her when you hang out.
We'll hang
She's
out.
super
We
fun.
got it. We're gonna do that.
When you come to LA.
So
Yeah.
Everyone keeps telling me the best is yet to come all the time, and I'm like, this age has been the best, and they're
It's
like,
so cute. I
like,
love it.
Just in this little 18-month bubble now, and then I believe she's gonna be 2, and it's just, yeah, I feel you. Okay, well, do you guys want to take any questions? Like, I've never done an Insta Live before, but I think you click this like question bubble. Oh, look at that. Yep. Okay. Can you see that, or is it only on my side?
Oh, I see it.
Oh,
Somebody
good.
just asked. People
Yeah.
ask the weirdest questions sometimes.
Yeah, that's the internet.
Do you want to pick some out for us? I can't
Yeah.
see many.
Or sure. Let me see here.
Did Sam have anything to do with his character's name, Rob Burns? Deanne Mack is asking.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Actually, do you know it was actually all James? And if those people that don't know, well, Robert Bruce famous Scottish warrior, Highland warrior. And I think, yeah, I mean, there's also Robert Burns, obviously, was the poet, Scottish poet. And yeah, I mean, we chatted about it, and I was like, is it too much? Is this too on the nose? But I really like it, because actually Rob is a bit of he's a bit of a poet, you know, himself. He's into weird alternate music, avant-garde stuff. He is probably, I guess, the modern day Scottish poet. So I didn't have a word in it, but I think James was really clever to sow that.
So clever, though. I love that. I didn't even know that. I mean, now that you mention it, I'm like, oh yeah, of course. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question. So Stacy Ann Turner asks, I have to run to my kids' Valentine's party, but I would love to ask, what advice do you give yourself or others during heartbreak? Do you have a heartbreak advice, either of you?
The kids, wait a minute, the kids are getting the Valentine's party and not the parents? This is wrong.
It's interesting. That's an interesting thought.
What was the question?
How do you deal with heartbreak?
Oh gosh, I'm a serial monogamist, so I have had heartbreak before, but not enough to be an expert, just because, you know, limited relationships. But Sam, what about you?
Oh,
Well, I know Priya will have good advice, but I mean, honestly,
I have stories and advice.
I just think the movie really deals with it really well. You know, like we all have relationships, and you know, some are successful and some aren't. And I think you know, there's always a really difficult period, and you never forget about that person. But you, at some point, either come to terms with it and move on, and you have to. But it's beautiful. I think that's what's so beautiful about this movie. It's complex, and we're dealing with characters that have been through pain and heartbreak, and actually, well, I don't want to give away too many spoilers here, so I can't say too much. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, put on a good movie, put on this movie, get a blanket, keep your friends close. And honestly, I think, you know, there's always hope for us all. And I think the characters in this really prove that. Yeah. Terrible advice. Don't ask me for advice.
No, that's good. And I feel like it's kind of like general enough to apply to any situation, right? Because every time of heartbreak is going to have a different way to cope and get past it. But I think time, for me, that's probably the common denominator, is time sort of gives.
And the answer is to love again, isn't it?
Yeah, time heals everything. Open your heart to love again.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I think be kind to yourself. Like, that's one thing I didn't do. And I've had a few heartbreaks. And I just wasn't kind to myself. I really was really nasty to myself. And I realized that after being in a really healthy, wonderful relationship. And I was like, you just have to kind of be as nice to yourself as, you know, the person who loves you is. But it doesn't matter whether you're in a relationship or not. I think being kind to yourself is just something we don't remember sometimes. And as I got older and had a few more heartbreaks, I realized that it's just better to do that. Be nice to yourself.
Love that. I think you're really right. Love yourself. And oh, great
love
advice.
yourself how you would love like your best friend or
something. And love again.
And love again.
Yeah.
And find love again.
Oh, well, thank you guys for taking the time to chat with me, especially on a holiday and everything. So I'm really excited to see the movie. It's out May 12th, only in theaters, co-starring the legendary Celine Dion. And yeah, have a great Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Have a great
Valentine's Day. And everyone enjoy the movie. I think you're going to love it.
Enjoy the trailer. Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Happy Valentine's. Bye-bye.